Wiggy time on the fly. What's up, everybody? Sean Wiggins here, along with your host, Ref Hansen. I'm recording the intros for this one because I want to give it a long preamble. There I am with Scott Matthews right behind me, ring announcer, and there is Jerry the King Lawler. This is the second Funk versus Lawler match I'm putting up. This is the first one I did. It took me forever to find my VCR, and it took me forever to get my VCR set up to put this one in. And I wanted to put this up as well. I mean, all these old matches I'm putting up for my son. And hopefully one day he gets to watch them. My nephew's the whole bit. And there's Lawler. Lawler, good guy. He would always say hello to you, say something. I forget what we were talking about right there. Just a little bit of banter back and forth. But anyway, this is April 14th, 2003, Jersey All Pro Wrestling at actually a pretty good building to work in. I know it doesn't look it if you're staring at it, but it is in Woodbridge, New Jersey, and it's kind of hidden. I'm surprised more indies don't run it today, if the building still exists. Remember, this is 18 years ago. But there's Lawler, and remember, at this time, Jerry the King Lawler is a commentator for Monday Night Raw. But he kind of has it in his deal where he can work independence. And Raven has said it. Jim Cornette has said it. Even though I'm not a big Cornette fan. Jerry the King Lawler is there he is. From the Double Cross Ranch in Amarillo, Texas. Now right there. That water bottle he just threw grazed my left eye. Swear to God, 100%. And Funk said he did it. And afterwards in the locker room he went, "Boy, I used to be a pitcher in college. I could have hit you in the face. That just shows you how good I am." But he wasn't saying it like a dick. He was saying it to be funny. And to know Terry Funk is to love him. I don't know anybody that doesn't like him. Put your sign down. So no negative feelings there at all. If he hit me, there'd have been no negative feeling. This was not called. This is just Terry Funk being Terry Funk. And you can see here, especially for you new fans who are fans of Homicide, this is where Homicide gets it, folks. His hero, Terry Funk. Funk just was one of a kind. He was, didn't really go by the book. But anyway, as I was saying, Raven, Jim Cornette, they've all said it. Jerry the King Lawler is probably the greatest professional wrestler of all time. Seriously. Phenomenal heel. Phenomenal heel. Very, very, very good. Phenomenal babyface. Him pulling that strap down is just as good as Hogan ripping the shirt off. I don't think this audio is very good. So, I can give it a shot. Let's see here. I don't know what he's saying, so.
But I despise you, Lawler. You know who you look like?
Oh, hold on.
But I despise you, Lawler. You know who you look like? You look like Bob Barker on Insure. You look like I wrestled you once before in an empty arena match, and I might chase all these people outside right now and have a repeat on that son of a bitch.
Did he say son of a bitch?
So there you go. He opened that saying, "I hate Ric Flair, I hate that egomaniac Vince McMahon, but I despise you, Lawler." Sorry for the awful kind of footage here. It is a VCR. I don't think this match exists on DVD, and I don't think it exists digitally. This is brought to you by Modtron Productions, by the way. Modtron Productions, phenomenal, outstanding, innovative, all the above. Dom, Morton, all the boys, thumbs up to you. I found this. If I make millions and millions of dollars putting this up, I will not. This is for my kid. You will be compensated. You don't have to sue. We'll talk. Anyway, so there's Funk and there's Lawler. This match will never happen again. As I said, this is 18 and a half years ago now. This is 2003. Funk is now pretty much immobile. I mean, not immobile, but hope he's doing good. Wish him all the best. Lawler could probably still go after a heart attack, 2 heart attacks, 5 heart attacks, 10 heart attacks. Doesn't matter. Lawler, again, eats hamburgers and french fries, and he's not the picture of health, but never smoked, never drank, stays in shape. He's unbelievable. He should dedicate his body to science, and he's so athletic. He's underrated athletic. So Lawler and Funk now, bell sounds. This one's underway. This is by far the biggest match I'd ever reffed up to this point. I never thought I would referee for either one of these guys. I thought there was a snowball's chance in hell that I would ref for Lawler, but I never thought I'd ref for Funk. And I'm very, very nervous here because I don't know how far to go. I don't know how much to put my hands on them. I mean, these two they're not legends. What's the word above legend? That's what these two are. Icons? You want to say icons? Icon gets thrown around a lot. I mean, there's very, very few of those. There's Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. I'll put Dusty in there. And I'm putting these two in there. Austin and Rock probably as well. Undertaker, Andre. That's it. There's really nobody else. Nobody today is in there yet. Cena? I don't think so. And no disrespect to Cena, but nowhere near the just talent level of these. Piper, I left Piper out. Savage, I left Savage out. But anyway, it's another story for another day. There I am flopping around the ring. A lot of basic wrestling. Again, I'm a little nervous. I'd ref for Lawler a couple times before this, but I never ref for Funk. And I talked to Mikey Whipwreck earlier that day, because this was a double shot. Me and Dan Moff did Ring of Honor during the day, and then we got in my car and flew to Woodbridge, from Philadelphia to Woodbridge, to make this show at night. And Ring of Honor got pissed that they let us do that, but again, the life of an indie guy, you've got to be able to do double shots. You don't make a lot of money. Jersey All Pro was kind enough to put Moff on later, kind enough to give me some time to get there as well. But we just made it. So I talked to Mikey Whipwreck. I was like, dude, I never worked with Funk before. What do I do? He goes, stay out of his way. That's the only piece of advice he gave me. Stay out of his way. He goes, he's probably going to yell at you. He doesn't mean it, but he likes to yell. He's probably going to yell at you. Don't take it personally. I don't know how long this match goes. I'm winging it here. I don't know how much battery I have left in my phone to record this. Again, I'm going to get a decent studio at some point once I start making some dough. Funk now taking that right hand. He's spitting that right hand back at Lawler. Look at this. See, these two guys can do this. Just a punch and a no-sell. Guys today can't do this. They just can't. It's not the same. And everybody from their generation is going to defend their generation. Someone from the 70s is going to say the Stones were the best rock band. Someone from the 80s is going to say Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard, Motley Crue were the greatest rock bands. A fan like me who grew up in the 80s and 90s a little bit is going to say, you're not going to see guys like Funk. There goes the chair. That didn't take very long. And here, see what I just did? All right. For the future, see I threw the chair under the ring and then kicked it out? I would throw it on, I'd throw it down for you for you referees watching this, and Lawler's going to take the chair. This is where I just let the rules kind of go. Just kind of got to feel the guys out. I would take the chair and throw it right there underneath the bottom rope and just leave it there. Sabu actually gave me that piece of advice. He said, never shit can my weapons. Just leave them under the rope. I'll get them. Dreamer said that to me too, but Dreamer was eating a hamburger halfway through, so he had a mouthful of food. So couldn't quite understand him. But yeah, always throw the weaponry right underneath the bottom rope. So this way it gives a chance for the guys to grab it again, but you're doing your job as a referee to get it out of there. I would make it look like you tried to throw it out, but it didn't work. Now we're going to have some little fisticuffs. We're going to have a little Bo Holyfield, a little Hagler Leonard, a little Tyson anybody. See, look, this is when Funk could still bump. See, he's 75 now. This is 18 years ago. Quick math, he's 57. 57 years old and he can do all this. You know, I mean, it's just unbelievable. again, he's a different kind of athlete. Played baseball in college. He played college football. Not a lot of people know that. Wrestled forever. Wrestled in the late 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, and even did a handful in the 2010s. Not very much. Funk now is opened up. See, you open Funk up, and this is what's going to happen to you. And I also saw Dusty Rhodes earlier this day. He did Ring of Honor during the day. Lawler did maybe the best punch ever in wrestling. His punches are a 10. They're not a 8. They're not a 9. They're a 10. Look at this. Just perfect. Perfection. You barely feel it, and it hits the mark, and it looks good. What was I going to say? So, yeah, with Funk, fist drop. That might as well be Hogan's leg drop. He made the fist drop his. Like Savage made the elbow his. Flair made the chop his. Lawler made the punch his. The fist drop. Over time, it got, the vocabulary got scrambled. It was called the fish drop, which I don't know why the hell that was. Funk over the top and out. So Funk's career has lasted, and I bet Homicide's going to try to beat his record. Homicide probably could. And what I mean is beat his record. I mean he's going to try to wrestle another 2 decades. Probably can. Homicide's what, 60? Love you. He's probably mid to late 40s now. He's going to keep going. But yeah, I saw Dusty Rhodes earlier that day, and he goes, "Tell that son of a bitch, Terry, I'm going to do a run-in on his match. Tell that motherfucker I'm going to do a run-in on his match, baby." Rhodes was cool. He was a Yankee fan, but he was cool. To me. Again, I didn't have to do too much business with him. See, they're on the outside. I went to rip the chair out of his hand, and I knew not to. He kind of trying to read the guys over time. The difference with Lawler is if you kind of screw up during the match, he's not going to scream at you. He might give you some crap. If you screw up during Funk's match, you're getting hit. For a good cause, for a good reason. Funk now. I don't know how he's withstanding this pain from Jerry, the King, Lawler. And someone else is handing him a chair. Thank you, Jersey All-Pro crowd. See, good crowd. JP, the precursor to Ring of Honor, the precursor to all the indies you see today in the Northeast, they would always draw a crowd. I mean, I'm so I'm proud of my Jersey All-Pro Wrestling days, but they should have been a bigger fed. They were not. I'll go on and on about that. They had the wrong leadership. See, I'm checking on Funk. I know Funk's okay. There's no way he's not. But Lawler's controlling this match. See, Lawler's 72 now, so Lawler's 55 here. And moving incredible. And Lawler, best job in wrestling. Commentate and then work when he wants to on the indies. Probably made $2,500 a show. All cash, maybe more. So, let's say he did 2 indies. He made $5,000 a weekend. What's $5,000 times 52? Do the math. Well, Lawler did well. And he's not, I don't want to say he's not working hard, but he's not doing stupid stuff. Pile driver on the floor. Good Lord. And the crowd they were popping. They were kind of popping for both of these guys. I'm screaming at Lawler, get it in the ring. Tidbit about Jerry the King Lawler, by the way. You ever meet him in person? Huge Cleveland Browns and Cleveland Guardians fan. Yeah, Cleveland Indians, by the way. Lawler now has that chair again, and how's Funk withstanding this? Ooh, a Hurricane shirt. Remember, at this time, Hurricane was big in the WWE. This is during the dead time in the WWE. Austin just, wrestled his last match. The Rock just left for Hollywood again. Cena's not developed. So it's Triple H. What was the big angle then? Shawn Michaels and Triple H were the 2 stars, I guess, of WWE. It was kind of weak. I mean, no disrespect to those guys. Stunner! See, I mentioned Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Lawler must have heard me and telekinetically went back in time and gave Funk the stunner. Again, this is a pet peeve of mine that you can see the ceiling. I hate that, but you know what? Is what it is. You're going to see it on every show. You can see the ceiling when there's a show at the Garden. I don't know why that bothers me. It just does. See, Funk went to give him a headbutt, but couldn't quite negotiate the headbutt. And now Funk is going to give the stunner. Actually, that was the Mikey Whipwreck whippersnapper. 2 count only. 2 count only. But Funk's back up. He's going on sheer adrenaline right now because I don't know how he's doing it. But again, guys, I hope you're watching this match. I hope you're learning a thing or two of, yeah, you can sell. You don't have to sell like you're dead. But look, Funk's moving so slow. He is moving like he just got beat up. He's moving like Jason in the movies. Like, I just got my ass kicked, but I'm a fighter. And I'm going to give it my all. Like, there's a way to do it. It's just, you'll learn it over the years and you'll learn it on the way. Guys today, Hurricanrana, Brainbuster, Bulldog, front pile driver, get up, get it again. Acai, block, 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 Japanese kick, stiff kick, stiff form, worker punch. It's like, what? Huh? And the finish is a roll-up. Lawler into the post. God, I wish Lance Russell was here calling this match with me. I've never seen it myself, shame on me, but the empty arena match that Funk and Lawler had in Memphis, I never saw it all the way through. I saw tidbits. Now Funk, he's going to go for a pile driver. See, Lawler's on TV every week. That's real, folks. Funk won the gig on this show. Lawler is on WWE TV every week, and he just took a pile driver on the floor from Terry Funk. This obviously was the main event that night. Hope I'm not giving it away. Nothing's going to follow seeing two legends like this, you know. Funk now is going to set this chair up in the corner. What is he going to do? I vaguely remember talking to these two guys in the back. I'll tell you what Funk said to me later when I see it. But remember they kind of said, just let us go. And they worked hard. They worked real hard for JP. I mean, a lot of guys, I hate to bury him, but Bundy. I mean, Bundy couldn't do much, but when King Kong Bundy would do a indie, I don't want to say he didn't give it his all, but he really didn't give it his all. He kind of mailed it in a lot. Uh-oh. I think I know what's coming here. Funk, look out. There it is. He could pull that strap down in Afghanistan and they'd pop. Right into that chair. Good Lord, God bless Terry Funk. God bless the Funker, man. Dude is a frickin' the man. Two count only. How is Terry Funk finding the intestinal fortitude to kick out of this? They called this whole match. And some of them they're going on, you know, just on the fly. Not wiggy time on the fly, of course, but just on the fly. Lawler setting up for that patented pile driver again. And one thing about Lawler, too, guys would give him, he would let guys kick out of his finish. He was so confident in his finish. He'd let guys kick out of it because it's still it's still the pile driver. It's still his finish. Oh, I think I just blew it here. Yeah, I did. I mean, he wouldn't let anyone kick out of his finish. I remember he would let that jerk Taz kick out of his finish all the time. Lawler would pile driver Taz. Taz would get right up. He would do that with Road Warrior Hawk, too. He's going to go for a second one. Oof. He's going to pile driver him 15 more times. We're at the 20-minute mark. This thing's going to take forever to upload. It's okay. Cameraman, I dare you to stop shaking. Again, Lawler 55. I hope my body looks like that when I'm 55. Now the third time's got to be the charm. Nope. See, if Funk ripped his shirt off here, he'd look good too. Just, there's a DDT. Wow. It's just so sweet. I can't explain to you how excited I am while I'm refereeing this. I mean, in my mind, it was 4 years before this. I'm a senior in high school. People are telling me I'm never going to make it. 4 years later, I'm refereeing Terry Funk and Jerry the King Lawler in my home state. It's something to be proud of. Kind of take those moments in. You don't get them all the time, and I miss them. I remember the feeling I had. Oh, and he's going to do Lawler's finish. I remember the feeling I had the morning of this show. Just how excited I was. Like, I had Ring of Honor during the day in Philly, and I had Jersey All Pro at night, and I'm like, this is the real deal. Like, I'm fine. I made it. Like, I'm here now. I thought WWE was around the corner. It was not. I got a WrestleMania moment out of it anyway. Funk going for another pile driver, and he's gonna nail it. There's been more pile drivers and DDTs in this match than every other indie combined times 10. 2 count only. Funk's losing it here. The hell is he going for now? See, when Funk goes to the outside, and I don't know how guys refed him in the 80s, but when Funk would, or even the 90s, when Funk would leave the ring, the ref had to be pissing his drawers. Okay, oh, he's going for a table. Okay, good. Whew. All right, I thought I had to worry there. Because Funk, sometimes he didn't know what he was going to do. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who was one of the 10 nicest wrestlers of all time, said it. He wanted to kill Terry Funk sometimes. He goes, you'd wrestle him, he'd punch you as hard as he could, you'd want to nail him, and then he's looking at you, selling, staring, making you laugh. I'm like, don't you... Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. No, what the... Ooh! Oh. Yes. Right there. In the back. Right before... I waited until oh, this fucking ref. Walker. I actually like him. Good dude. Anyway, in the back, Funk grabbed me. He went, boy, would you take a DDT from me? And what do you say to that? You say yes. Yes, sir, Mr. Funk. Thank you. Thank you for bumping me and putting me over and making me look like $1 million. That's what you say. That's what I did. Funk has... Oh, Lawler's going to pile driver Funk on the table. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. It is. It is. That's how Lawler won. It's the wrong ref, though. I don't know. We're gonna have a rematch because I don't remember Lawler doing that to Funk. Look at that ref, Todd Walker. Is that his name? I remember I liked him. He was a good guy. He was just an idiot. Funk now has a piece of the table. I think this is gonna hurt. Yep, right here. Cameraman, get on it. No. He's gonna beat himself up for a minute. But I know what's coming. He apologized to me in the back for that. I wanted to tell him, dude, you could have killed me. I would have, in the afterlife, sent you an email or sent you a letter saying thank you for killing me, putting me over. And yeah, Lawler, you should have ran out while you could. Terry Funk not being a good sportsman. 24 minutes in, I wish they could go another 30. People popping left and right. The crowd, they were standing for like 5 minutes after. I remember when I was leaving the ring. The ones that stayed anyway. Funk will not stop. This ref, you better get out of there before you get hurt. And he didn't listen to me. Oh boy. I can hear Funk talking. I know what's coming. Oh, he bumped like an asshole. Terry Funk, ladies and gentlemen, there's 1 in a billion. And that 1 in a billion is the Funker. I know Owen, Mick Foley, Bobby Eaton, Ricky Steamboat. Throw Mike Bennett in there. Of most loved guys, Terry Funk's got to be number 1. Name to ask anybody. Dreamer, Raven, Lawler. Oh boy. I forgot this part. And out I go. Funk's getting it. I remember laying there. I'm like, I'm not moving until either he picks me up or he leaves. But Terry Funk and Ass Flair, easily the most respected, most loved professional wrestler probably ever. I mean, really. I mean, he's on the list. I mean, there's a lot of veterans that, if they ever heard that, would kind of raise an eyebrow, but Funk's one of a kind, man. Well, I hope you all enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed reminiscing. Good Lord, I loved my career. This was one of my top matches, legit. One of my favorite matches of all time. So for Shawn Michaels, I'm Ref Hansen. As always, keep in touch with yourselves. If there's anything you can ever do for me, just let me know. Arrivederci and ciao. Signing off.